I'm going to go over the highlights like I normally do. These are the big items, like stuff people always ask questions about. Then Lewis and I are going to compile a report that you can go over and just go through to make sure that you're comfortable with everything inside of it. But the first thing we'll talk about is the roof. The shingles are architectural. They're in decent shape. I think that they may have been replaced in 2005. We did a public record search on it, and we were able to find a permit for 2015, but that permit was for a flat roof repair. So only a section of that roof was actually taken care of and done in 2015. Having said that, the shingles look like they might be about 10 or 12 years old. This is just going by experience and what we see. So we're going to estimate they were done during a time where a lot of people have had roofs done where permits weren't pulled or weren't able to get pulled because the storm had caused so much damage. So they're probably about 10 to 12 years old, and they probably have about 7 to 9 years left before you have to start really worrying about or thinking about replacement. It's a multi-level roof, so there's different areas. I would recommend once a year just having somebody you trust go up there and just look and observe and see if there's any areas that need maintenance. Right now, the only areas that we have that are concerns are areas where the plumbing vents have been damaged, which is in my business very common because they get damaged in a couple different ways. One of three: either a squirrel has eaten the flashing, which is very common, a tree branch has hit it, or flying debris during a storm got it. So there's some up there that are damaged that need repair. We'll have those itemized in the report. Other than that, I would say the roof's in fairly good condition and you have plenty of life left on it for now. We entered the attic at several different places, one of which was the garage, the other of which was the master bedroom closet, and the third of which was upstairs in the hall bedroom closet. Attic's very accessible, easy to get to. Nothing major in the attic that we can see, no active leaking conditions. Everything that's here historically, stain-wise, seems to have been from a previous problem. The construction is stucco over wood frame on a slab. It's a very well-maintained house. There doesn't seem to be any real red flags here. I would just follow through on the maintenance that the current owners have been doing to keep it good. And things like that would include like maintaining a termite bond in the house just because of the construction. And wood frame, concrete block, always the same. We live in the termite capital of the world, so it's always important, regardless of the materials, to keep some sort of maintenance plan in place. Right now, there doesn't appear to be any evidence of concern from what we can see as we have gone through it of any concerns with insects. Normally, we would recommend a WDO contractor or professional come in and do an inspection or an evaluation at some point, and that would be within the scope of an expert, something where we're a generalist, they would be a specialist. So if you want to pursue that further, we can help you with that or make recommendations for you. I think the immediate challenge that we have on this house, more than anything else, is probably the plumbing. For a long time, from like the late 70s to about 1997, they were using a material called polybutylene, which is very common during that time frame. And there's 2 points of view on this material. Point of view number one is that as a homeowner, you would have to be educated on the material and what the problems were with the material, which is something that we will inform you about. And you can call me with questions if you have any. Predominantly, the problem was some of the systems failed at the joints and caused some damage in homes. And homeowners got together and filed a class action suit and won it, and that was back in '96. That lawsuit expired in 2009. Which means that anybody who has these type of pipes has two things to be concerned about. One, make sure that their own personal comfort level with the material is okay. If you're okay with the pipes, that's fine. If you're not okay, if it's something that concerns you, it would be something you'd have to determine after reading the information. On the other side of the coin, insurance companies do insure this material, but some of them will charge more to do it. So you would want to make sure that the insurance company you're talking to, make sure you're aware of what their policy is with this particular material so you can stay ahead of the curve on that. And then collectively, whatever it is you decide, that's your decision, but the important thing is that you know it's here. The materials as we see them right now are in good condition. There doesn't seem to be any problems going on at this time, so that's encouraging. Moving on to the air condition, I think like when you look ahead the next 3 to 5 years, that would be something you'd be looking for as far as potential expenses. 3 of the units here are from 1993. That means statistically, the law of averages says, even though they're working now, there's a chance that in the near future you may have to face a repair. And when talking to the expert that comes to fix the unit, they may say to you, hey, this is 23, 24 years old, you may want to consider replacing it. So I would recommend budgeting for replacement in the event that something fails that is too expensive to fix, where you have to invest that money in a new system instead. All right, one of the units was replaced, there's 4 here by the way, 4 total. One of the units was replaced in 2005. So 3 of the 4 are the original, and then 1 was replaced in 2005. And we'll have some more information in your inspection report on that, but these units are performing just fine right now. Active conditions that are occurring as we speak that probably should have immediate attention. Right above the laundry room, you have access to this in the garage attic. There's fungus at the subfloor where there's a condensation leak. That sounds bad, but what it means is that a small problem is causing a condition. The condition is actually more alarming than the problem. The problem is a minor repair, and it's coming from the upstairs where the air handler is installed. That repair should be a small one. Once repaired, it should solve the problem of the wood decay and the fungus that is taking place that's accessible at the subfloor where the garage attic is. There'll be a photograph in your report for that, so you can access it and understand it a little bit better. All right, the electrical inspected real well, no big issues. Everything, in my opinion, looked real good. Pool, everything seems to be functional. It's well maintained, except the pool light. So the pool light would be something we'd want to look into, see if it's a GFI problem or a light bulb problem, because the GFI breaker kept tripping on us while we were here. All right, for any information that you have any questions on, just call my number, 321-228-3848, and I'll be happy to try and answer your questions for you. Your report should be done sometime this evening, and thank you for hiring us.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.